Tropical moisture in the air tonight. We're in for a wet and rainy one under the lights here at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cooper, the man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Rattler. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 33. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
On first down, right back to Etienne. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Big 13 heavy. Lisa 24.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, Hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 24. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. This defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Hey, Ron! 30 left. Here we go, son.
They'll run with Etienne. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
The slot man in motion right. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. On the out route, he's got Thornton. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Red on red.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Thomas will come in motion right. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Hey, Jupiter, Jupiter.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Hey, hey, hey.
Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it as we resume action. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's third and a few inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
11, Agate.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
11. Rip, 23.
They'll try the left side with ETN. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jake Ferguson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive is start at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To the air is Rattler. He completes it right side to White. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Running out of the gun with White. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, here's Rattler. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Now back to the ground game with White. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Rattler. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Breaks through the contact. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
11.
Now Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again. We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Rattler working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He's got White here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, go! Here we go, son.
On play action, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obvious.
At the 44. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2.
Big 13 heavy. All right, let's go. 30 left. 11 ag X. Sink right. It's hot.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. DeForest Buckner forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He has Hyatt over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. That halftime lead dwindling.
I love the way you just said that. Perfectly encapsulates what we're seeing right here. Strike after strike, making the big comeback, and right now they are putting the pressure on them in a huge way.
2nd touchdown of the half, and that one was a big one. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Red on red.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Hey, kill.
Thornton, the motion man right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here He gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
From the shotgun, Rattler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
ETN up the middle. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On red. Go, let's go. Here we go, son.
Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure to it.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Titans are going to have it here just past the 25.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He's got the connection to Cooper. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Rattler. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go up the middle with White.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans.
Jalen Hyatt.
55 yards.
And the Titans use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
That's caught, and he will not get there. He comes up short, and they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Sink right. Silver.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne.
And bulldozing his way through. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hey, kill. Go.
Here's Lawrence. Out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
11.
Thornton, the motion man right. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance of the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. In motion right, that's Hyatt. Rattler wants to throw it.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. They run for it with Bigsby.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Red on red. Hey, kill. Here we go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Patrick Ricard
From a yard out.
And the Jaguars are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler.
Being chased out left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
From the gun, here's Rattler.
And going deep for Hill. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. Pushing through the contact. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Hang on here. They declined that. So the yardage will stand.
There has to be confusion coming from the bench to the field about what their intentions are, because you guarantee they want the penalty. Turned down that big yardage gained against them. Instead, they turned down the penalty, and the yardage stands.
11 Agate. Hey. 13 Luke. Red.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Easy. Rip 23. Silver.
Now a handoff up the middle. Redmond. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Lawrence.
Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Hey, no.
So this will be